Moondog Ball at the old arena back in 1952. It also became rock's first riot.
We were having a real great time until the crushing pressure of some 10,000 people still outside smashed open the doors of the arena and converged on the inside. When that happened, and some 7,000 persons without tickets bulged the insides of the arena, the whole show went out of control.
We had the arrogance of having the audience, knowing what the audience wanted, and giving that audience anything they wanted in spades.
1, 2, 3.
Today, it continues. The young would-be stars with stars in their eyes carry on the tradition that Freed built. Cleveland is still a great place to start, but they are finding out now that rock has changed.
97% don't make it, 3% do.
They are learning, and we will see tomorrow that becoming a rock star is easier said than done. Dale Solly, News Center 8, Cleveland.
There you go, that's short and to the point.
Still to come on News Center 8, we'll take you to Cleveland's President's Day Parade.
And then Gary Stromberg will tell us if he was real
Side of the Atlantic.
Also tonight, we're off to the Italian Alps.
Vibing it. The obstacles young bands face range from the songs they play to a new state law on drinking. Here's News Center 8 CityCam reporter Dale Solly with part 4 of his special series, So You Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star.
I don't care. You all set?
Yeah.
For most bands, it starts in the back of somebody's basement. That is, when the washer and dryer aren't being used. It starts with hours of practice on other bands' music and on music of your own, hoping ultimately for a chance to record.
We've seen like a lot of bands just go by the wayside. It's just really dedication. We've had a lot of hard times as well as a lot of good times. It's just taken both of them into consideration.
Unfortunately, it comes down to the right place at the right time, because I'm certain there are hundreds to thousands of tapes stacked up in the corner of the A&R guy's office, and whichever one he happens to pick off that day. That depends on whether it's going to be listened to and whether it's going to make it or not.
The odds at best are against you. Bands want to play their own material, but not everyone wants to hear it. Bar crowds can be very picky, especially when there's dancing. Lots of talented musicians never get out of the back of somebody's basement.
But now there's something else working against local bands. The new 19-year-old drinking law. Club owners say they're feeling the effects already.
It's already closed a lot of clubs. I think it's going to hurt music in general, because there's no place for the kids now to learn to like music.
And don't forget, to go to the bars, to buy the drinks, and ultimately wind up here buying records, it takes money. And money these days is very, very tight.
In the old days, before the recession hit the music industry like every other industry, it was as hard as the needle in a haystack. Now it's about as hard as finding a Cleveland street without a chuck hole after winter.
But wait a minute. All this week we've painted a pretty grim picture of the local rock scene. Take heart. There is a message of hope for young musicians, and we'll hear it when we wrap up here tomorrow. Dale Solly, News Center 8, Cleveland. Rock and roll star, eh? You say you want it so bad you can taste it.
How bad do you want it?
Bad, I can taste it.
Well, here are some suggestions from the people who have been there.
Working again, gotta keep working. The best thing I can say to them is not to give up. If you really believe in what you're doing, in yourself or your music, you got to stick with it, because there's no substitute for that.
My advice would be to have your act as totally together as you can possibly get it, and compare it with, so far as role players of who you would like to be like that is on the upper echelon, and try to head in that direction and still be different.
The first and most important piece of advice I could give to any band that is starting out: you don't sign anything unless you have someone with expertise who can tell you what it is you're signing.
I played the same music 20 years ago as I'm playing today, and having more work than I had then. I got more work today than I had then. I would say Danny and the Juniors say it best: rock and roll is here to stay.
The one and only, folks, Bo Diddley!
And no one shows that better than Bo Diddley, one of rock's real pioneers. he is still making a living with the songs that got him started.
I say in one big breath, watch everybody. That's all I can say. Just watch everybody, because everything that shines ain't valuable.
So there you have it. Work hard, master the basics, be careful who you trust, and hope for a little luck. Not bad advice at all if you want to be a rock and roll star. Dale Solly, News Center 8, Cleveland.